Oh, whoa, whoa. Much to do about Resident Evil. And I'm going to talk about a couple of things here. Now, first off, the whole casting of Lance Reddick for the Netflix series, which has absolutely nothing to do with the games. Now, I had to unsubscribe from somebody. I've subscribed to him for like almost a year, but I had to unsubscribe to him because he started using the verbiage that I just don't fuck with. And that is that anti-SJW bullshit. You call this woke garbage because Lance Reddick is playing Wesker, but he's not playing the game's Albert Wesker. Now you can understand. You can attack the source material and be like, yo, what is this? Wesker got a family? These are kids? Alternate universe? No, we just want an accurate depiction of what we saw in Resident Evil. We have not got an accurate depiction yet of Wesker. Live screen. We had Sean Roberts, who had that shit-eating grin on his face the whole time, who looked clearly too young to play Wesker, and you ripped out the action scene from Resident Evil 5 and just pasted Ali Lauder's Claire over Sheva Alamar's as... Come on now. Shella Alamar's presence. I mean, not Alamar's. I know her last name's Alamar. Okay? So, you just ripped that out. We have not gotten an accurate depiction of Albert Wesker. And I can understand why people are upset. But, at the same time, I'm not like, oh, I'm happy to see Lance Reddick as Wesker. And I'm like, what the fuck, Capcom? Just give us an accurate storyline. You giving us something alternative when you didn't even get the main storyline live action depiction correctly. That's what I can attack it on. Attack it on it being terrible ideas. Not on it, oh, it's woke garbage because we got black and we got these other races. We're all the white people. You see, people know what to say to get people interested in their videos. Me personally, you don't have to kiss up to my race or my culture. If the material's good and you're not saying anything derogatory towards people like me, I'm there for it. I'm there for good content. But when you start using that verbiage, and I know what that verbiage is code word for, you can go fuck yourself. So that being said, let's move on to the whole thing with Resident Evil. And this is more of a retrospective thing. You know, we got Resident Evil remade, right? The original Resident Evil. And canon is 4 people survive. But no matter who you play as, only 3 people make it out of that mansion. And they never rectified that with the remake. They never rectified it with the remake. As good as people say the remake is and how revered it is for being one of the best remakes of a game ever done, they never fixed the story. They never fixed the story. They added more to it. They never fixed the core problem with the story. Because we know Chris, Jill, Rebecca, and Barry, and Brad, of course, we know. I'm talking about those who were in the mansion surviving. Brad, coward ass, was flying around Chicken Heart. That's what they call him. Well, they called him. Anyway, we never got that rectified. And then I remember a couple years ago, they was talking about, remaking it again. I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Because, you know, the whole over-the-shoulder thing was popping at that point. Now we got first person with Seven and Village. Will it be a Resident Evil 9 to be a trilogy? Who knows? Somebody brought up an interesting point that maybe Rose, that we saw, it wasn't years later. Maybe it's because of Rose's powers that she rapidly accelerated in age. And it ain't that many years past. So it can still happen with Rose being a character, a playable character, and then Resident Evil 9. And the reason why we saw a model who was Ethan approach the car at the end of Resident Evil Village. People saying it's possibly could just be a reused asset, and they didn't think nobody would pay attention to that from a distance. But when you put photo mode in the game and you can go into the whole game and you put that so people can see it. You put that there for a reason. Because if it was just an asset, you would have used just any NPC, non-occurring NPC. You specifically used Ethan, missing fingers, and without the jacket, because he gave the jacket to Chris, and that's what Rose has on right now. You put that there for a reason. Ethan possibly is alive. And when he blew up the Metamycete, he merged with it, which kept him alive. Or maybe Ethan's powers are just that extraordinary. That bomb did not kill him. He's special, remember? This is the one person who died. Jack Baker killed him. That punch and that stomp killed him. You found that out in Village. But he revived with his full conscience intact. He revived with his full conscience intact. Maybe he merged with the Metamycete during the explosion, and that was able to pull him back together. Because think about it. Somebody brought up an interesting point. I'm watching videos. The Duke. The Duke is, you can't kill the Duke. You can't kill him. Maybe Ethan has that same type of infliction upon him. Because the Duke is not a normal human. He's another one he's another bioorganic, weapon or a bioorganic organism. Bioorganism, special, things of that nature. If he wanted to encourage you to take out Miranda and he had no fear of dying, maybe Ethan has the same thing. Who knows? But I just had to do this little video about Resident Evil. Some questions to make you think. You let me know what you think about the whole situation in the comment section. And I'll catch you next time, whatever various topic or whatever discussion we talk about. Anyway, because I'm a Fury, I'm here, and now I'm out. Peace.